comrades, and welcome again to my tutorial series for Crusader Kings 2. Today we're finally going to start playing the game, which means I will kick in the time, do my usual Let's Play thing, but I will explain in some detail what I am doing, why am I doing this, and so on. So, before we start, a quick announcement. For the first quarter of 2013, a new DLC has been announced, which deals with republics. I will just want to tell you that I will go into detail with it as well. I will play it, probably in a multiplayer setup, where I take on some kind of republic as a vassal of a feudal ruler, and we will conquer and make money together, something like that. Nothing's quite sure of now, but I have that in the back of my head. Anyway, let's get to business, shall we? So, again, we're playing as the Duke of Saxony, our created Duke of Saxony. I already set up the council in my previous videos, so we don't have to do that. Basically, it's let's take an overview. I'm fabricating claims on Lübeck, which is a independent count. I'm training troops in my home province of Lüneburg, collecting taxes there as well, and scheming there to see if some of my vassals wants to get rid of me. And I'm with my court chaplain. I'm researching cultural tech because that's the only thing that he can do now, which makes sense. And I get a message on my fucking smartphone. Yeah, I always forget to put it on vibration. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's that. Next, we have some problems to fix. The first one is I'm excommunicated, which is very, very bad. It gives, as you can see, every one of my vassals or my courtiers a minus 30 opinion hit, plus everyone has a Casus belli on me. Every duke inside the Holy Roman Empire can now declare war on me for a little gold and prestige. So, how do we get rid of this? In the intrigue window, I already clicked that as well. So you basically know already. It's been 4 days and I forgot everything. Basically, there's an option, send a letter of repentance. So that's what you do to get rid of the excommunication. You have to pay a bit of gold for that as well. So next one is the first thing I do is I have to make sure that I get an heir of my dynasty, and for that I need a wife. So basically, the first thing is you choose an ambition to get a wife. Gives you it gives you bonuses if you choose the ambition first. 10 piety and opinion of the Kaiser increases. It's not much, but if it's free, why not get it in? And then we have to look at potential brides. What do I look for? In this case, I'm lustful, so one of my rules does not apply. I usually don't take chaste wives because I need at least one son, maybe 2 or 3, depending on your succession laws. But what do I look in wives? The best thing would be if someone was a genius. in the beginning of the game, this is not available, sadly. Um, if you play Muslim ruler, there are some available, and I urge you to take them, especially if you created a genius ruler, because the chances of having genius heirs are higher if you are a genius and your wife is a genius. So what I'm looking for is the stats should be all around okay-ish. Again, in the beginning that's quite hard. In the later stages, some better wives pop up. But what I want is like, because here's my thinking. First, half of her stats will go into your state stats, so they will improve the different stats that are compared against others and give you bonuses to certain things. But also, your child will. It's kind of like a genetic simulation. It's not very hard coded. I might say it's very subtle. But the stats of your parents will decide how good your stats can become without traits as a child. So I'm looking for some good overall stats, and she's 14. Can I wait 2 years? I think I can. I'm going with a risk here. I'm taking this one. The thing is, it doesn't give me a alliance. You can see it on the flag here. If the flag is blue, then you will get an alliance out of the marriage. In this case, for an example, you would get an alliance with Count Otto of that county. Not going to pronounce it. Sorry. I'm going a risk here, and will marry this girl because I like her stats. I have to wait 2 years for her to become 16 to go through with the marriage, but I'm willing to take the risk of that. She's the daughter of a mayor. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, and that's the beginning setup. I think I'm going a little slower. This is an event. Events always pop up. Some might put your game on pause, others don't. In this case, it does. If it's a major event, it will pop up and pause your game. In this case, the Count of Castelo Branco accepted my suggestion of a betrothal. So let's see, she has an theologian as a educator, but nonetheless, it might turn out great. Let's see. Yeah. Some other pop-ups. This one. Let's start with this one. The Kaiser wants to increase his crown authority. So basically, he wants to have more power over his vassals. There are some advantages for me as a vassal to have the crown authority increased. For example, for changing my succession to primogenitor or stuff like that. In this case, I'm pretty sure it will be accepted without problems to limit it. But I will ignore it anyway. So basically, you can approve him or ignore it. You can't oppose him. If you oppose him, you would be dead, basically. So you can just, whatever, put it aside and not react to it. And how this works, I will show you in a second. Here, someone has founded a faction inside the Holy Roman Empire. I will show you how. Here is a vote. So every feudal ruler inside the realm has votes for changing laws. In this case, you can see that only the Kaiser supports the increase of the Crown Authority. Well, that would change quite fast. Here's the event I talked about. If you send the letter of repentance, you get this event. So the Holy Father has agreed to lift the excommunication. Now I can pay 66 gold, and this depends on your income and your rank. So as a duke, I have to pay more. If you play as a count in Ireland, as an example, you will pay like 1 gold or 2, so not very much. So I will pay the gold gladly, and as you can see, I got rid of excommunicated, and now my vassals like me more because they lose the minus 30. If you see this and you have vassals who hate you, you can give them some titles. If you click on your vassals, and you can sort them here by opinion, you can see that 3 of my vassals don't like me very well. One is the Count of Oldenburg, and some others are 2 mayors. And if they don't like you, they won't pay your taxes. Red means they don't pay to you. So you want to keep them happy. You can give them honorary titles. You have different available. Cupbearer is one of the best, gives plus 15. Doesn't help now, but as you can see, we have a modifier called short reign. Short reign means if I just come into power, they don't trust me yet. After 18 years, and this can be influenced by technology, it will turn into long reign. So the longer you reign, the better the opinion of your vassals, because they know you, know what you're up to and stuff like that. So let's give away some honorary titles. Yeah. Okay, and let's keep the time moving. The Holy Roman Empire has declared war for Pomerania. You can always check, we have declared on the High Chief of Pomerania, but only for this one territory, because that's part of the de jure Duchy of Pomerania. The rest is part of Pomerania. So once we declare holy war, maybe sometime around, I will show you how this may affect the decision whom you declare war against for what territory. So now the usual stuff happens, since the faction system, or the Italian guys are joining the independence faction and will declare war for independence pretty fast. We have an event which is pretty funny. Let me read it pretty quick. You are hosting a dinner for some local dignitaries when the full moon comes into view in one of the windows. Trembling, you excuse yourself and hurry up the stairs to your bedchamber, while stripping off your clothes. You are completely naked when the guards find you crouched on your balcony, howling at the moon. Yeah, this event pops up if you're a lunatic, so you lose 20 prestige, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, so Mayor died, yeah, which is good actually, because where is he? Was it Aurich? I think it was the mayor of Aurich who died, and he hated me, but the new one loves me. So the bishop died as well. Here you can appoint successors, and I usually don't do that. It's a good way to get your sons out of the inheritance, if you've got more than one. Yeah. Right, in the beginning the game tends to be a little slow. There's not much to do. That sucks. Yeah. Duchess Matilda joined the independence faction. So the independence faction, I'll show you if it happens. So now that I'm marrying a girl who is not of age yet, I can't choose the... normally I would marry a 16-year-old or 17-year-old and get away with the ambition. After that I can choose to become steward. So I would now my Kaiser asked me to become his steward, the steward of the Holy Roman Empire, I would gain +1 stewardship. So I fucked up already. But yeah, so if you created a character with high stats, and there's a very good chance he will get chosen as a chancellor or a, a council member for your liege, don't marry an underage girl. That's what I'm saying. I will accept anyway because I gain some prestige from it. Yeah. More to the independent faction. I have to take a drink real quick. Okay. I get an event. I managed to blame the monks at a nearby monastery for one of my more sensuous songs of courtly love. I can confess and pray and lose lustful, or I lose 5 piety and gain a chance for deceitful. Is she chaste? She's not. But yeah, basically lustful is not that good. It increases the fertility, gives you more children. But if your wife is not chaste, and I hope she does not become chaste, it's not really necessary. Often it is counterproductive to you achieving your goals. So I get rid of it. Gives me more opinion with the church, and yeah, I lose the malus on piety. So as you can see, the Kaiser is fighting the pagans, and the Kaiser is the one who can do it in the beginning. Others struggling with it, like the Poles, because if you holy war someone, basically I can holy war every pagan. I could like holy war him for Prussia, this one. If I would fight him only, I would have a good chance of doing that. But every one of his religion, of the Remover religion, can and will join in the defense of the faith. So what I will do now is I'm going to check my military. 1100. And let's see. Here I am. Where is Duke Lothar? Here he is. Less. What I usually do is... He's Meissen, right? Okay. Because the thing is, I can press claims on 3 counties. I could declare war on him. He has no allies. And fewer troops than me. I could do that. Okay, I think I will risk it. Yeah, to show you the military. So I can raise 1,100 troops at the moment, and I will. But yeah, let's declare the de jure claim on Anhalt, because Anhalt is part of the de jure duchy of Saxony, so it should be mine. Let's do it. Okay, I will gather my troops. And I will, shortly after I gather my troops, change the characters who run it, and I will use my chancellor, my marshal, because he has a 17, a marshal of 17 plus some good stats, except for like defense minus 3%, but it's only 3%, and he gains bonuses to attacking. 5th of July, no. Okay. Okay, let's see. No character on the right. Crown authority is too low. Yeah, fine. Let's see if I can crush him. I should, and I will slow down a little bit for that, so we can see the fighting window. Here we go. That's the Battle of Lüneburg. He has a... Lüneburg hills. That's so not what it is, but okay. He gains a defensive bonus because he sat in the hills when I attacked him. Okay, what you see now is there are three basic phases of combat. There's a skirmish phase where archers firing or horse archers are good, but they're only in the east basically. Then we have the charge phase where we go into melee, and then the pursuit phase. Pursuit phase is basically when one flank is being chased away. So in this case we have in the middle there are tactics that can be employed. Tactics change after a few days and are influenced by the leader. So the better the leader, the more advanced the tactics will be. So as you can see here, there are chances for the next tactics used by this flank, or the tactics that can be used. So you can see that my ruler gives me 45% chance for the harass tactic, or 40% for the sheet wall tactic, and so on. And that changes if we hover over here. We have this ruler who has other options. And so let's start the combat. I can see now we're in the melee phase, and I'm still using the harass tactic, and he uses the wait tactic. Yeah. Basically, he's not doing anything. I'm getting light cavalry attack plus 100%, but I don't have that much light cavalry. Basically, flanks are fighting each other, and you can see my left flank. No, is it right? Well, let's say my left flank is fighting his right flank and is beating him quite easily. After this flank is driven off the field, it will switch to the middle and crush the middle. You can see here right now. This flank is going away, and my left flank is crushing in on the middle flank, helping me win the middle. And now we're going to the enemy's left flank, and we won this fight easily. You can see now here I get -1 from the vessels I raised the levies at. So basically I can now move into Anhalt and start conquering. But what I will do is I will pursue the Brandenburg army to crush them again, so he cannot conquer my territory or besiege my territory. He can't anyway, I think, but I'm not taking chances. Now, I crossed the river here, the river Elbe, is it? So I gain a minus, but he had no morale because he lost the last fight handily, so I crushed him anyway. And I captured a courtier of the Brandenburgs, I guess. So now I will... Is he going to Lüneburg? Yeah. Go over Lüneburg to Anhalt, beat the army once again. Let's see my prisoner. Prisoners are here in the intrigue tab. No, I can't ransom him because he is of no interest to the Duke. So I will release him, which gives me a bonus to opinion because I released the prisoner, I guess. Where is it? Maybe not. Maybe only if he's of your court or something like that. Not sure. But usually if you release a prisoner you gain a bonus to opinion. A famous writer wants to give me patronage. No, I'm not giving money. I will need the money later. And as you can see, Lübeck is now part of Denmark, so it's no use to me making claims on him, because I have to declare war on Denmark to get it, and I can't. Well, I can, but you know, not that easy. So I will instead try to fabricate a claim on Thuringia. So now I beat the army down enough, I think. And I will try start sieging Anhalt. On the bottom right, you can see the war score. All your wars will be displayed here, and you can see the war score. So, let me get a drink real quick. I declared the Saxon Brandenburger. But why? I don't get it. So they call it the. Yeah, well, they should call it Sachsen Brandenburger to show over Anhalt. If they start with, well, whatever. There should be consistent naming, I guess, in one language, not two or three. So, yeah, we're part of the. We started the Saxon Brandenburger de jure war over Anhalt. Here is the title that is contested. And the war score is 16%, and that's because of the Battle of Lüneburg, Battle of Dithmarschen, and the Battle of Gifhorn. You can see that here. Now we have to sit and wait. On later stages, if your army is bigger, you can click here and assault holdings, but you will lose troops for it. So I only recommend it if you're like have seriously more troops. Okay, now 2 more pop-ups came up. My ruler is unmarried, and betrothed can marry. So my betrothed wife is of age. She became a detached priest, which is not good. But I will marry her anyway. She doesn't like me though. So yeah, I will send the marriage proposal. And then we start. There we go. Okay, every time you marry, you get this option to gain gold from your vassals for it, or gain prestige. In this case, I will take the prestige because I have none. Okay, I fulfilled the ambition to get married, so I can choose another one. This one becomes Paragon of Virtue. If I have a piety of 500, I will gain the title The Holy, gain some other handy bonuses. This one has become Exalted Among Men. If I have a prestige of 1000, I gain the title The Great and some other neat bonuses. But for the first ruler, this will be hard to achieve. So I will go to, I want to have a son. You can also give your wife a title, because the higher the opinion, the higher the chances she will get impregnated. So we're now waiting for, yeah, there are some siege events. In this one, the defending troops lose 5% of their troops. There are some negatives for the attackers as well. So Bohemia joined the independent faction. That could be bad for the Kaiser. And there's another holy war for Mecklenburg this time. Ah, okay. This is a council event. So my steward, who I sent to collect taxes, gave me some extra taxes. Okay. Now you can see that I conquered a barony inside the county of Anhalt. That's why it's striped. I got just another one. You can see the more I conquer, the higher the war score gets. Won't take long for him to realize that he's done for, and he does. So he sends me a peace offer. And you have to read this carefully, because it happened to me 1 or 2 times where I got out with a white piece, even though I destroyed him. Blessings upon your house. We surrender under these terms. I gain the county of Anhalt. I gain 100 prestige. Accept, and we won our first war. You can disband your troops and take, in this case, okay, let's take about Casus bellies. This was a de jure claim, so this land belongs to my ducal title. In this case, the Duke of Brandenburg held English, hard language, held the county of Anhalt himself. So, once I pressed the claim and won the war, the county switched to my personal holdings. If, for example, let's see, yes, let's take example the county of Weimar, which is part of my de jure duchy as well. If I declare war for it and win, I will not gain Weimar into my personal holdings, but the Count Aribo of Weimar, who is the de facto ruler of the county of Weimar, will become my vassal. Because the ducal claims are not personal claims. Personal claims are shown here. Personal claims always become my personal holdings. Some random event. I don't want to become shy. I will spend some gold. Okay. Here's another nifty little symbol. Vassal inheritance warning. So, basically, if Bishop Werner of Magdeburg, of our new conquered territory in Anhalt, dies, his heir will be Dietmar von Jüterbog, who is a courtier in another court. I don't want that. So I will appoint a new successor for him, and I will choose Agnus. And there it goes. It will become stay in my domain. Yeah, some more factions are being. I wonder, should I declare holy war for? Yeah. Okay, I will. Okay, this game is about opportunities. In this case, I got an opportunity to hump on a war that some others declared. So my liege declared war for Mecklenburg. I cannot beat my liege, but I can declare war for the other province of Pomerania and try to snag that away from the guy. I hope it's. Yeah, the garrison sizes of pagans are pretty fucking high. They have a special building called the Warrior Cult, which increases the troops they can raise drastically. So, okay, let's. Yeah, we're beating out his troops quite easily. I will take this land. Okay, this is a. Yeah, I always get this one. This is a event which gives you a hobby, basically. I explained it in the character creation, the blue shields. This one gives me 2 options. It does not say what I get. I know what I want, so I go for this one, who gives me monthly prestige and piety just a bit. But it shoves me to another way, to another hobby. So yeah, and there's the follow-up, and I'm choosing the book Secrets Eludes Me, and I get the same event again. Is a bug, I guess. And there we go. I'm now a mystic. Mystic gives me intrigue +1. The other one would be Scholar, and Scholar gives me learning +1. I don't need learning. Okay, the Lords of the Holy... So saw the event. We now are at limited crown authority. Nothing much changes. I have a little bit few levy. Did I choose my... Yeah, I did. A little less levy, but nothing much changed. When we go to medium... Yeah, I am already Mystic. If we go to medium, that's when bad things happen, because then I can no longer wage war inside the realm. Okay, so my liege won the war against Mecklenburg. This one is a event... oh, fuck, he's possessed and a lunatic. Someone wants to become part of my council because he thinks he can do a better job. In this case, he is 1 point better, but he's a fucking possessed guy. So what you can do is, can insert him into the position, tell him to fuck off, or give the current bishop a chance to be better. And there's 3 options. Nothing happens like this. He gains 1 of the stat in question, or he gains the trait stressed. In this case, nothing happened. Anyone joined? No. That's good. I hope I can pull this off fast enough before this army comes. Before someone joins them. Ah, okay, I think we're now in the Independence War. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, this faction declared war for independence. Sometimes it goes through, but most of the times it doesn't. Bohemia, though, is usually pretty strong. Siege of Usedom. Okay, what I should do is get my marshal back into training more troops, because I don't need him at this very moment, because if I have to fight another battle I probably lose. Okay, I have enough money now. I have 186 to improve some of my territory, and I would start with a wooden palisade. You can build different things. Castle Dungeon, I hope I pronounce it right, increases your level size by percentage and garrison size. Others give you flat bonuses like militia trading grounds. Castle Village gives you tax income. I always build them to at least 2, stage 2. And squire lists are the special bonus. Every culture has a special bonus. German has squire lists. If you look at the Dutch, for example, they have a small, or let me get on my Dutch, Goedendag militia quarters. I'm not quite sure, but I think Goedendag means good day. Yeah. If you're Dutch, please tell me if that's right. But I think it's right. Anyway. Now, here's this special case. I conquered all the territory of the Duke of Mecklenburg, right? Now the war score jumped automatically to 100%. If the war score is at 100%, I can enforce my demands every time. So he actually says, yes, we're totally beaten, and I'll gain the county of Wolgast. Now, this was a holy war. Holy war, every Casus belli behaves a little different. Holy war will give you all the baronies inside the conquered territory. In this particular case, I gain the county capital of Wolgast, also as the city of Usedom and the bishopric of Anklam. Wrong type of holding. So basically, as a feudal ruler, I can't hold. Well, I can hold other types of of baronies, but I will get penalties for it. So I can just right click on it and create a new vassal. Yeah, whatever. That's just a bug. And it gives you away. But now you can see these red symbols. First off, this is recently conquered in a different culture group. So the populace in Wolgast is Pomeranian. I am German. So I get penalties until the 5th November of 1089, so basically almost 20 years. Right? Then they are a wrong religion, so I get even harsher negative boni, belli, until the 16th of September 1099, so basically 30 years. And the third one is recently conquered, that you will almost always get this one for 5 years. So I need to get rid of the different religious group. I can get rid of the different culture group, but that's not the thing I can handle myself. That's random. There's some meantime to happen event that will trigger. I can get rid of the religion though, and that's where my core chapel comes in. I can send him to convert the populace. It has a 4% chance every year to do it. So let's try it. I actually didn't check the time when I started. So yeah, I think I will cut it here now. We did some work. I explained to you the first things I always do. I conquered 2 territories, one with a ducal claim, one with a holy war claim. I will explain the claims as I go a little bit deeper, but yeah. Again, I will do this as a let's play / tutorial, so I will play along while I explain stuff, and maybe turn it into a full let's play later. But until then, thank you for watching. Bye.